Alright. Talk about crazy shit. Sorry, I'm gonna try and quiet that down. Okay, so I have just been dealing with so much crazy shit. What the hell is this again? Okay, so trying to start over. I don't know if I'm gonna still have. Okay, so where was I? Talking about crazy shit, right? I don't know, man. I got so much on my mind. Like, on the one hand, I really want to quit drinking. I want to sober up. I want to get all clear-headed and stuff. I go out, I get sober, I get all clear-headed, and I go out in the world, and there's just weird, crazy things happening to me and all around me almost every damn day. I mean, it's kind of like the Truman Show, but beyond that, you know? It's like beyond Truman Show. Remember the Truman Show? Jim Carrey finds out that his whole life has been a lie. All his friends and family are just actors, and he's just being followed around everywhere, and people are fucking with him in traffic, and you know, all this other shit. Fucking radio comes on, you can hear people talking about his movements and stuff coming through the radio and stuff. Like, yeah. I mean, I literally deal with shit, but on like a larger scale, seemingly. Yeah. And then there's like the weird reality shifting stuff. I don't know if it parallel dimensions or what the hell it is, but things will be different on a day-to-day basis. And you kind of get used to it when it's been going on for years, to just being followed around, having the same cars in front of you and behind you every damn day when you go out driving around. You drive past a gas station or a store, and it's got a different colored paint job than it did the day before, and then it's back to normal a day or two later, you know. All kinds of weird shit like that. New buildings popping up out of nowhere. You know. It's just non-stop weird shit, man. I mean, obviously there's the political stuff and the World War III stuff and the financial system collapsing stuff and ridiculous cost of housing. And then I gotta go out just trying to have a fucking normal ass day, trying to earn a living, trying to do just basic normal ass shit to be alive. And I have to be dealing with being followed around everywhere I go, being like having people fucking with my head everywhere I go. It's just, I mean, I shit you not, man. I'll come up. I'll just give you an example. I'm just gonna make it up, make stuff up here, but like, just to like give you an idea of the type of shit I deal with. A typical day, basically. Uh, I get up, get dressed to go to work, and there's weird, doors slamming or people shouting or something. I go outside, there's some, crazy person yelling at the sky walking past. I gotta walk to when I go to get to my car or whatever. I go out and I just try to ignore him, get in the car and drive away. And then within a block or two, I notice that I got in a car that I've seen, seen that license plate hundreds of times, pulls out in front of me. And another car in the rear view is somebody that I recognize that I've seen around following me too. I could go shopping, say, for instance, or go do a DoorDash or whatever. I go to 20 different restaurants. Same fucking people following me everywhere I go. Everywhere I go, there's people fucking staring at me. People sitting in the cars and parking lots fucking looking over at me. Weird. I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to think of a scenario to like give you an idea. Imagine all that stuff, right? But also when you set foot outside and you look back at your apartment complex or your house, it's like has a different colored paint job or something. You drive past Safeway and the fucking sign is a different color or looks really old one day, and another day it looks brand new, or it's like a completely different logo or something, right? I don't know, say you walk outside to your mailbox or something. Say you have a house, right? You got a house that with, it's a white house, right? With a black trim or something, and you got a, say, a green mailbox or whatever, and you walk out to your mailbox and your mailbox is blue. You look back at your house and your house has a red paint job. It looks like it's been there for years. There's a fucking tree between you and your house that you don't remember ever seeing before. It's just new. Or, no. It's not new. It used to be there, but it fell down a couple years back. You cut it up with a chainsaw, now it's there again. Right? How about that? This is a scenario. But yeah, you get just so much weird shit goes on throughout a day. I mean, I'm not even kidding. Like, I'll be driving down the street, there'll be somebody dressed like a clown fucking standing there, or a dude with a clown mask riding a bike down the street. Go around the corner. There's a guy taking a fucking tortoise for a walk. Look up in the sky, there's a weird fucking UFO flying around and people don't even fucking seem to notice or care. Every day I go out, there's just weird shit everywhere, things changing. Sit at a fucking traffic light and a woman with a mustache fucking drives past. Walk into a restaurant, there's a lady with a beard. Gonna pick up at another restaurant and nobody there speaks English. I don't know. It's just, there's just so many fucking weird things going on around. It's driving me fucking crazy. And I fucking hate alcohol. I wish to hell I'd stop drinking entirely. I need to sober up and stay that way, but it's just so goddamn crazy every time I go out, every time I go do anything, there's weird shit. And I mean, not only that, but like, I mean, the fact is, if you got a drinking problem, you quit drinking, at least in my experience, you just find yourself alone and isolated, and because it's the only way to stay sober, because there's so much crazy shit going on, basically. I mean, everybody's fucking on some kind of drugs or something, everywhere you go. Dealing with all the weird shit I do, it's hard for me not to want to just get drunk and things get pretty weird and crazy when I'm drunk too, but it's like, I mean, it's super weird. I don't know, man. The longer I stay sober and I go out and just try to do normal shit, try to live a normal fucking life, try to go to work or whatever, you know. And it's just weird crap constantly. And just feeling like I'm getting screwed over constantly, getting fucked with constantly. And it really frustrates me and leaves me feeling kind of pissed off and like, I get to where it's just like, it's like I just can't do it anymore, you know. I just can't deal with it. I can't put up with this shit anymore. It just gets to be too fucking much. If I could afford to, I would just shut myself in my fucking... If I had a house or something, I could see myself being like agoraphobic. Just shut myself in the room and just not going anywhere. Because the world outside is so fucking crazy. There's so much weird shit happening every day. I'm getting followed around everywhere, getting fucking messed with. People fucking with my head on a regular basis, and it's just getting to be so much that I can't hardly stand it. I don't know what to do, man. I don't know what to do. I just wish they'd leave me the fuck alone, you know? This fucking weird shit that goes on all the time. I just wish it would fucking leave me alone. It gets to be so much. And I don't want to fall apart and act like I'm some kind of bitch or something, but it just fucking it's so much. So much weird stuff, so much crazy stuff. So often that it's really hard not to just fucking fall apart, man. I mean, just and I deal with this shit on a daily basis, man. Every time I go somewhere, every time I go out to work or whatever, go grocery shopping, I could go to 10 different fucking stores and the same fucking people are following me around every single place I go. I see the same fucking cars in every single place I go. I could be fucking, 4 miles away from someplace, and I'll be picking up a order at a restaurant, and there's a dude on a bicycle there, riding past me, and I could go make the delivery fucking 5 miles away to the outskirts of fucking town. The same fucking guy riding this bike past me. I mean, cars, dudes on bicycles, like. All these fucking Freemasonic symbolism and all this weird shit, like Satanists, fucking pentagrams and Baphomets everywhere. It's just non-stop, man. And some of this shit's like straight up supernatural, like impossible, highly improbable, if not impossible shit, like. Well, I'll give you examples of the kind of shit I see, like the weird shit, like I'll go to a store and one day and they have like a different paint job and they've resurfaced the whole parking lot and repainted the lines and everything. And then I'll go to that same store a week later and it just looks the same as it did before. As though the new paint job never happened, you know? Looks old and worn out. Or I'll watch a neighbor put up a new fence and then a week or two later I'll drive past and the fucking old fence is back and falling apart and the new fence is nowhere to be seen. It's just disappeared, you know? I had this tree, technically our land, but let's say it was the neighbor's yard because there was a fence there that. Anyways, this tree falls down, right? And I experienced like about a solid week where this tree had fallen down and it was gone and there was more sun coming through my window and more sun getting to the garden and everything. And then one day I wake up, I look out the window and that fucking tree is back. And I mean, I sat there for fucking, 3 days listening to the chainsaws run and cutting the thing up, watching fucking trucks loaded up with logs driving past. And then one day I just look out and that tree is back, you know? Although this fucking house, there was this house a ways away that it was old and the roof had caved in and stuff. And one day I saw that the land had been cleared. It had been knocked down and the land was cleared and there was a fucking real estate sign out front. And then a couple weeks later I drive past and that fucking house is right back where it was. Like, that's the kind of, you know what I mean? Like, that's fucking crazy as shit sounding, but that's the kind of shit. And then you have to deal with shit like that. And then at the same time, there's all this talk about World War III and a draft and fucking government's coming out talking about UFOs. I'm fucking seeing UFOs in the goddamn sky and shit, man. I'm fucking got people following me around everywhere I go. Weird, crazy shit going on. And I'm just supposed to go about my fucking life and go work and just pretend like none of it's happening, like it's like things are just fucking normal, you know? I try to be nice to people. Sure as hell, you know, I'm sure, especially when I'm sober and everything, but I try to be nice to people in general. Even if someone seems really strange, you know? I don't hold it against them, but it's just so fucking weird, though, seeing the kind of shit. Like, going into a restaurant and there's a bearded lady in there, you know? Driving down the street and you see a chick with a mustache. Can drive. Look over on the corner, there's some guy walking his turtle down the sidewalk. Then you see a fucking UFO up in the sky. Nobody even seems to notice or care. Oh, maybe it's a drone, you know. You see fucking people following me around, like it's just non-stop fucking weird shit, man. I can't hardly stand it. Why can't I just have a fucking normal life, man? Just have some basic job, have a normal life, normal fucking friends and conversations, normal fucking people around. That really too much to ask. I feel like I've just been getting robbed blind. Like, that's another thing, you know? Like, my life has been set up to where no matter what I do, I can't seem to get ahead. When I try to get ahead, I gotta get the fuck out of here. I don't even know where to go, and I don't have the fucking resources, you know? I wish someone could rescue me. But someone would. I, I, I don't know what the fuck to do. I don't know what to do, man. I'm tired of fucking, you know, drinking to fucking try and deal with the damn stress and trauma. Because that's what it is. I mean, it's fucking traumatic. I feel like it's like a long, drawn out, non-stop fucking torture or something. Being just fucking screwed with, like, just psychologically fucked with on so many levels. And like running into like a normal person, a good, just chill, normal fucking person having a conversation about things. Like, when I run into someone like that's normal, it's kind of like, and I get to have like a normal, decent conversation or something, it means so much because it's like the only fucking break I get from just being surrounded by fucking craziness everywhere. And I almost feel like I want to break down and fucking cry when I am in the presence of another normal fucking person because it's just like I feel like I've just been alone on a deserted island just surrounded by crazy shit all the time, every fucking day. And I try to be strong, but it just gets to be too fucking much, man. It just gets to be too fucking much. There's only so much I can fucking take, man. I mean, it's fucked up, man. The crazy has become so frequent, so constant, that it's become like normalized. It's to the point now where, like, if I opened out the window and looked outside and there was a dragon flying around and everyone was acting like that was normal, it would just be like, just another fucking day, man. Just another day. Another fucking weird ass goddamn thing. You know? That I have to just deal with alone. I have to see the fucking dragon and be traumatized and fucking freaked out by it while I'm surrounded by a bunch of people that seem to act like it's perfectly normal. You know? It's a fucking nightmare, man. It's a total fucking nightmare. I don't know what the hell I could have possibly done to deserve this level of fucking crazy shit. I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy. I wouldn't wish a life like this on fucking Jeffrey Epstein. Yeah. The level of fucking just weird, crazy fucking shit going on all the fucking time. It just gets to be too fucking much, you know? So I fall into drinking, trying to fucking drown my sorrows, trying to fucking relax, trying to get some kind of fake calm in a world that is so fucking crazy that I can't hardly stand to even fucking go outside my room. I don't even want to fucking go outside because it's just too fucking much, man. It's just too fucking much. Too many fucking weird goddamn things happening that any one of which is so fucking crazy that it's like, normal people experiencing something like I do on a daily basis would be getting together and talking about that weird shit they saw 20 years ago or something, right? It would be, yeah, it would be like a historical fucking, like, we're talking like historical level fucking crazy shit, you know? Like for instance, I was there, that UFO sighting called the Phoenix Lights. I was there. I was in the back seat of the car in Phoenix watching these fucking UFOs and shit. These lights floating in the sky. I was there. But that's like nothing. That's like every fucking day, man. Every fucking day. It's crazier than that, man. Imagine you're driving around out in traffic, right? And you look both ways at a four-way intersection, and then you pull out because there's no cars. You can see for hundreds of yards in both directions. There's no traffic coming, and then you pull out and you almost get sideswiped. Some car fucking laying on the horn that just appeared out of fucking nowhere. You pull up to a stoplight, and there's like a red pickup truck behind you with some woman wearing sunglasses behind the wheel. Then you look up forward at the, red light you're stopped at. You look forward, you look at the lights, you look at the road ahead of you, then you look back in your rearview mirror, and the fucking truck is gone. And there's nowhere that it could have gone. And now there's like a white car parked there. And there's literally no fucking possible explanation as to where the fuck that truck went. It's just gone. Like it fucking disappeared. You know? That's the level of shit that I deal with, you know? Like the other day, Wednesday or whatever, right? When I went out to deal with, I had to go to stop by a storage facility because I had lost my wallet and it had a card in there. I had to tell them to change the gate password and set up automatic auto pay again with my new card and everything because my old one was in the wallet. They got somebody walked off with my wallet. It must have fell out of my pocket at the park and somebody fucking walked off with it. Took everything. I ended up getting my ID back, but that was it. But the point is, this is just to give you an example of the kind of weird shit that happens. And I swear to God, this sort of shit happens so often that I know it's not fucking a coincidence. It's not coincidence. It's like whatever is fucking with me has unlimited resources. Like, okay, so I get up to deal with that shit. I activate all the Uber stuff, and then I gotta brush my teeth. It's kind of should be quick. Hold on. I go out. Hold on. Okay. So I go out, go to my car, and I head to the store to go get a soda, some energy drinks. I wake up to go deal with shit, And immediately, I'm getting followed. I got the same fucking cars like showing up in front of me. A lot of times it's like government type vehicles. Sometimes, other times it's just all these like brand new looking fucking cars and shit. And there'll be dudes on bicycles and stuff too. That'll be just everywhere I go, So I go in to get my soda. As I'm approaching the fucking store, as I'm almost there, there's a semi-truck blocking the road in the fucking lane that I had to go around the semi-truck. But then the other lane, there's like 3 fire trucks coming down the road. And I'm stuck there for a while, and the fucking parking lot I want to pull into to get my soda has just been resurfaced, so 3/4 of the fucking parking lot is roped off and blocked. So I wait for the fucking ambulance and the fucking fire trucks, and I have to get around this semi truck that's fucking parked in the middle of the road to fucking pull into a corner of the fucking parking lot that actually has any space to park in. Right? And there's, weird shit going on in there, weird conversation, and, you know. Another thing that happens, you'll go places and people will be talking about shit that you were thinking of, or things that you didn't, said or did in private or something like that, right? Like they'll know shit about you that they shouldn't be possible for them to know, shit like that, right? Like I'll go into a fucking store I haven't never been in. Somebody behind the counter I've never seen before knows my name, shit like that. It's just on and on and on. Non-stop weirdness. So anyways, so I get out of the store, right? Go to leave, and the road that I'm wanting to take to go head to my storage facility. First, I'm blocked by a fucking train, and I gotta wait for this train to pass. Then I look around the corner of one road that I could have taken, and it's blocked by construction. So I drive down further to another road that I would have taken to head to my storage facility, and that's blocked by construction too. So then I keep going, and I find a side road, and I go around a corner, and I fucking take some side road in order to try to get around the construction. And I have to drive all kinds of weird routes just to try to avoid the fucking roadblocks everywhere. And I get up to this like back road to try and go around to get to where my storage facility is, and there's like a fucking semi truck trying to turn in, like blocking the road in front of me there that I gotta wait for. And then there's people in the fucking road blocking the road, Finally, I get to the fucking storage facility to deal with that shit. The guy's on the fucking phone for like 30 goddamn minutes bullshitting with somebody before I can finally get in there and actually deal with what I needed to deal with. And then, of course, that has to take fucking longer, because just one thing after another, delay, right? And then I go out and I manage to dash all day, and I end up making like $100. But of course, almost all that money goes back in the gas tank, basically. And it's just like, fuck. And all fucking day, I'm dealing with like weird shit. People following me fucking everywhere. Roadblocks fucking everywhere. Construction fucking everywhere. Other blockages. People getting in front of me when I'm trying to make a delivery. Some car pulls out in front of me and starts going like fucking 15 miles an hour. I can't get around them. So I'm just trapped behind slow people everywhere I go. You get to the restaurants, the restaurant takes 20, 30 fucking minutes to have the orders ready, And it really feels very much like all of this is intentional. Like it's literally just being done specifically to fuck with me and to complicate things for me, And it sounds crazy to think that, but when it's been happening like this for fucking years, I mean, honestly, the way shit ramped up the last couple days I was out dashing makes me think that, like, I must have been on the verge of a breakthrough or of something happening good or something, because every time something good tries to happen for me, something fucking really bad comes along, and the targeting gets fucking crazy, reaches whole new heights, new levels, everything crazy gets cranked up to 11, basically, And the last time I saw, like, this level of shit fucking with me, basically, was, well, I guess like a year ago, there was this period of time where this motel that never had anyone staying at it suddenly was at full occupancy, and I couldn't even hardly park anywhere. I'd being followed around every fucking where I went, but like, yeah. I mean, even the door dashing is fucking weird as shit, because you get a lot of the weird symbolism and numbers and the fake names, and like some days I'll go out to do DoorDash, and like, I'll give you even just an example of, say, a day where things are going good for me, right? On days like that, it's like God or something or you know, is like, okay, so like I'll have one day, this is an example of like a good day, things going well in my life somewhat, right? But it's still fucking crazy as shit. I'll go out and like every order of the day basically will be delivering to some place with like an address that's like 316 777 315, you know, or I'll deliver to an apartment complex of 3 floors to 216. So 316 is directly above my head. You see, shit like that, right? And that just goes on all day. And then other times it'll be like, you know, and all the orders that day will be like, you know, Isaiah, Jacob, Noah, uh, Ezekiel, you know, on and on and on, right? Like everyone's name is like a biblical name, and fucking every address is like right next door to 316, or, you know, shit like that, right? There'll be a pickup truck in front of me. The fucking license plate says 316, you know, got my fucking initials on it, you know, right? Like that'll be like that's like a day where the you know, more positive sort of day, and then on days like that, a lot of times I'll actually be making halfway decent money. I'm doing all right, you know. But then it'll be interrupted. Like most days, it'll be interrupted. Like things might start working out, and then all of a sudden, you'll get some shit order for, you know, somebody named Damien, or, you know, some other weird shit like that, right? And it's like 666, you know, delivering to 665, and there's a car parked out front with a 666 license plate, and fucking somebody following you with pentagrams in their fucking window, and wearing a Baphomet shirt, and, you know, shit like that, right? Just on and on and on and on and on and on. And fucking, you know, change the station on the radio, it's you know, Sympathy for the Devils playing on one channel. You change the channel and it's fucking Highway to Hell, you know. It's just right, on and on and on with this shit.